Well, hello, everybody. I've missed you, and it's only been a few days. My name is Sarah, and this is Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto. And it's so nice to have you here and commenting. It just feels like the community is here. Another thing that it feels like is that a lot of us are really struggling. And man, this is not the time of year, is it? It's tough. I've got my super strong coffee. It's that super coffee, dark roast. It's from Keto. It's infused with B vitamins, a little extra caffeine, and it's my perfect. Have 8 ounces of it, eight, maybe 9 ounces of it. And then off to work I go to shop for others. And, yesterday was Thanksgiving, and I'm sure a lot of you might have some regrets about things. Hey, we're just all in this together, doing the best that we can with food. And if you're like me, food is your go-to for stress. It's just, I mean, hello. Why did I start this channel? Just the part that I need always desperately, it's just the given is the structure and the discipline of the day. And so it's going to be a long couple of months because this is a food season. It's not Thanksgiving and Christmas, as we know. It began for some of us by buying, 3 bags of candy for $10 October 2nd and having to replace it October 16th and having to replace it yet again on the 24th for Halloween, right? I mean, it's that human thing, it's that calling out. It's not easy. It is a struggle, and I share it with you. And things that, sorry, it was calling out to me, things that, scream out, never screamed out to me, do now. So the one thing that I bring here to my videos, to my community, is how important the OMAD is for me. If nothing else happens in the day, my little blocked time for my one meal a day is what works for me. I hear from a dear friend and she's got a work schedule, and the days that she doesn't work, it's part time. So the days that she doesn't work, it's perfect because whatever it is that she does and eats all falls into place because she has more control. And, you know, it's so funny because I work in a place that, what is it? It's a store, grocery store, right? And so last week was Employee Appreciation Week, and they, lured us in and they gave us, gift cards and treats in the morning, all of them high sugar, high white flour, treats. And then a Thanksgiving dinner on the Friday before Thanksgiving, so a week ago. And, it's like, I'm sure your companies are like that. I'm sure your people are like that. I'm sure you feel like that. And oh, hi, Freddie. He just ate. In cooking for others, that's how we show love. That's how we feel love. That's how we, like to be loved. And, Greg went to this, there's this, just a naughty no place, and it's French and it's 40 miles away. And he was down there working and he brought back, my all time favorite. So I had it in my OMAD, but there it was. And so the struggle is here too. And so I do what I do. What am I going to do? Throw it in the trash and not eat it? No, I don't have that strength like I used to. I have the, okay, so I'll have the treat and we'll just move on. And that's what I did. Um it's that human factor. Maybe you did that yesterday as well. It wasn't necessarily a keto Thanksgiving. The point is that if you fall off that horse, that wagon, that strict nice tracking system that you have, the point is getting back on track as soon as you can. I have always found that, like, keeping anything that's considered like a treat and off program sort of thing, 2 day max. By the third day, it's become like a regular thing. I feel like I'm entitled to it because I'm a food addict, I'm a carb addict, I'm a sugar addict. So hopefully today can be a partial detox day for you, knowing that tomorrow on Saturday you will get right back on track. You know, you could be in trouble. I know these holiday get-togethers are rough. Learning how to say no, thank you. I know that many times I've had my meal before the get-together and have absolutely nothing. For me, it's one bite. It's that one bite. And once I have that one bite, that's it. And so it's either total abstinence, meaning not going near that, going to this event full, going to work saying, I have to stay out of the kitchen. I have to stay out of the kitchen for the next 3 weeks while everybody brings in their homemade, once a year goodies. Or I have to, limit. For me, it's the OMAD factor. That's how I really embrace that. I need that. I would be scared to death. I'm as afraid of having something outside of my OMAD as I would be to have an alcoholic beverage. I mean, it's that serious for me. So the best that I can do, my better bad choices are no matter what it is, it's in that OMAD window. Maybe some of you have 2 MAD, maybe some of you have 3 MAD, and you struggle with other snacks. You struggle with the nighttime snack and that you used to be used to, and it's kind of crept back in. Bad habits can creep back in, and suddenly, we're like, how did I get here, right? And it's like one bite at a time and one, well, okay, thing at a time. So it's important to be very careful and know your slippery areas, your Achilles heels. You can share them below if you choose, and how you do it and where you get your strength to keep going. Do you watch other people that still do keto, that still have the structure and the discipline? How is it that you remain on it? I know Chronometer keeps sending me things, new upgrades, new upgrades. I only slash always had the free version. Do any of you have, paying versions of Chronometer or other low carb apps that have kept you, solid and straight? What is it that works for you? I know that having my Good Culture cottage cheese, the ones with the more fat versus a naughty thing, really saves me as well. I can sit on the couch and have a Good Culture cottage cheese, either the 6% or the 4%, after my meal, and it serves the trick. The fat, by then, I guess the meal has reached my belly and my head and said, you're full, you're satiated. And by having that little bit of a cottage cheese oomph, it's like I'm good to go. And I love that. It just works. Putting my OMAD meals back on the YouTube channel has helped too. And going over my gallery of the OMADs, it's like, wow, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. One of the ones is like the crack slaw. I love the crack slaw with the coconut aminos. And that's always been a really good friend of mine. And I add the sriracha sauce, I add the ghee. Mm-hmm. And that one hearty bowl is great. And then I have some crudités, some side things of some raw veggies on the side, and that just works too. And it's by looking at these pictures of the OMAD, it's like, oh, I forgot all about that. I forgot about that. I think I'm going to try to figure out how to do the gallery on YouTube for OMAD so people will have the gallery of the things that they could eat. And yeah, it's kind of cool. So, anyway, getting to your place of knowing what your trigger foods are, what your trigger times of day are, what your trigger events are. It's very important in your journey. And knowing about them and working around them is important, because if they don't go away, I know so many women that say, having that extra fat makes a difference. And I'm a big believer of adding more fat. It doesn't scare me. Having more protein never really filled me up. Having the more protein and the fat, like having the fat, let's just say ghee, added to the veggies makes a difference for me. It's kind of like it reaches my bliss point and it just says, girly, you're good. You're good. That was a good meal. It had just the right whatever you needed to make you feel satiated and content and able to move on with the day and go the whole next day fasting until you're OMAD again. It takes a while. Don't beat yourselves up. If clean intermittent fasting is a goal of yours, getting to this black unflavored coffee is a goal. It's not easy. Nobody said it was easy. There's a weaning process. Somebody asked me about it. Ms. Ellen Mellon, how are you? And she asked me, she said it's a struggle, and it is. And so I put in my loaded coffees, I had the added fat like ghee or coconut oil or some concoction because people would send me jars of their creation to try out. And so I'd have those. It was also the whitening thing. My last thing that I had, I had the heavy cream. I had the Keto. I love the Keto creamer. It was like a godsend. It really was. And the sweetener, be it stevia or monk fruit or the one that begins with E that I'm spacing on, but I had big bags of it. It saved me. And for me, it was like giving up one of those three things at a time to get to the just black please place. And so it wasn't like, stark, a loaded coffee to only black coffee. It wasn't that way. I needed to slowly get to there, but I wanted the just black please more than I wanted the loaded coffees. And so there, in between the loaded coffee and the just black please, was a journey, was a giving up, was a getting used to the give ups, and then moving to the next part of those three things that I had a lot. I had in my coffee to get to the just black please. So I hope this helped. And, you're probably in that turkey coma today, or maybe the carb coma. Yeah, that probably could be too. Just be safe. You can always email me below, parkersposey28@gmail.com. I'm here. I support you. This is a community. We're all doing this at the same time, trying to be safe, trying to be abstinent, trying to not be insane about food, and, trying to be keto. We do what we can, right? It's a day at a time, thank goodness. And if OMAD is your goal, I'm really happy for you, and I support that. It's been key for me. And then add in the clean and the intermittent fasting. And for me, that's my package with a bow. Anyway, I will see you here the next time. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.